Welcome back, everybody. Dren608 plays, playing Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I have leveled everybody up to go through that real quick. I did something cute with Darian. Darian now has a friend. He has a wolf. What I did is in his mythic path, I was able to go and take another ability here, so he gets a bunch of free spells like Cave Fangs and Spike Stones and Poison and Bark Skin and so on and so forth. So he got a bunch of free spells there. But the big thing was by taking nature, when I went and did his ability, I was able to get, down here as his oracle, an animal companion. So he's got a wolf. And his wolf is attacking at 20, 15, 10, armor class 34. Because of its size, it's -2 on that dex, so I was thinking of putting a dex belt on him to bring his dex up. And I think it's just fracking hilarious that I have a wolf and a horse and a dino. We just got all sorts of fun things going on here. So if Darian comes with us, we're going to have an extra like melee type person to put in front. So I did take up Redel. I don't know what to do with him because I'm really not concentrating on what a Hell Knight can be, but he's at level 10 Hell Knight. I don't think he can go any higher. So now he'll have to go back. His last 5 levels will probably go back to being an Armiger, or maybe I'll pick something else. I don't know. If he stays in my party that long. My girl here. I added to her. She's still got this on. She's still got these. Her mythic upgrade was greater abundant casting, so that now in her spellbook, she can cast out to 7th levels, 8 per day. That's 8 Hellfires or Firestorms. And with her Ascendant thing of fire, those things are going through. Give her a greater, if I can find a greater Maximize rod that'll let her do those spells, she's going to be literally hell on earth. Also, I gave her Umbral Strike because she has a pretty good touch attack right now. And if she can hit somebody, she can do a bunch of damage there as well. She didn't get any other spells other than what she picked up from the items she's carrying. So she's got a bunch of things that she can use. Some of the fire spells are coming from the ring because she doesn't have the fireballs, and same thing with the lightnings. So she's pretty set to be able to take on just about anybody. She can have 12 burning arcs and a false life, so maybe 11 burning arcs, and mage armors, and rays. Of course, she's got ray attacks. For her class ability, I took Breadth of Experience to give her a +2 on her knowledge and lore because she's going to have to replace Ninio. So if you go here now, her knowledge Arcania is a 23 and world is 21. Lore is 12. Religion is 9, but I'm not expecting her to do the lore. I have somebody better for that, but her big one is to get these 2 up, because now she's almost as good as Ninio. And if you take off Ninio's pets, which give her +1 to knowledge and lores, and a +3 insight to knowledge and Arcania, her Arcania will go up by 4. So she'll be a 27, which is what... she's a 35 because she's got the moss. And her intelligence is what puts her up over Ninio by so much. But at least Ninio will be in the high, or not Ninio, where'd she go? My girl. She'll at least be up, in the high 20s. With the Moss Pottage and everything, she'll be almost 30, so she'll be close. She won't be as good as Ninio, but she'll be close. She'll be able to replace Ninio. It looks like we are not able to do teleportations. So I got rid of Ninio's Dispel Magics, took a bunch more Phantasmal Killer and things like that. So we don't have the dimension door. When I get back into Alushinyrra, I will check again and see if we actually have this still on. And if we don't, then I will probably put those back for Neo. When we go out here, I am going to have to change up everybody's bars, you know, to make sure that I have all the abilities, because like on mine, I saw that I have this ability here, where when I'm charging, instead of a successful melee attack, I can try and trip somebody. So if I'm successful, I can actually trip somebody and knock them down, or push them back, so might take that. I'm still debating on me whether I want to have +4 long spear, which does 20 to 27. And then I had... Oh, did I sell that? Oh, I'm such an idiot. I sold that spear. I sold the wrong thing. This, while it's thundering in +3, what Social has is an Adamantine +3 weapon for Soulshear. Still a +3 just like the other one. And it's a Adamantine, so it'll go through anything that needs Adamantine, you know, damage reduction. And it gives him an extra 2 lay on hands, so I'm going to keep that one, not this one. I lost my thing. I hope it's with Wojo. Let me run down here and see if I sold that to Wojo. I might have sold that to Wojo. I did sell off some things to Wojo. Weapons. Price. No. I must have sold it to the other guy. Because I'm not seeing the spear here. But basically I sold a bunch of stuff that I just figured I wasn't going to use. I'm going to give them to Wojo because he's usually around in my party. Oh, there it is. Corrosive short spear +4. Okay. So we will sell those 2 things off. I don't know that this is better than what I have on. They're both armor class 9. This is a -1 armor check penalty, but it gives me a +2 bonus damage to flanked creatures. And I have the outflank feature, so it's actually +4. So taking the -1 armor check penalty seems to be worthwhile to get the extra +4 damage out of it, so I'm not sure I'm going to use this anywhere. This sounds interesting. If you get critical hit in melee combat, it makes you prone for a round. So I'm not sure I want to have that on anybody. If it would go on anybody, it would go on him. Right now, he's got an armor class 5 studded leather. So I'd probably give it to him. If he gets knocked down, he gets knocked down. So Phantom Slayer's bracelets. I need to upgrade his defenses too. Before too long here. Try and get him up some armor class. Oh, I don't want to quit that, do I? I have 2 vast intelligence force. I'm going to sell that to Wojo too. I'm going to get rid of the lesser one. The positive one I'll put on whoever. And I don't need Mighty Fist 3 because I have Mighty Fist 4 on my animals. I have another set of bracers of archery, which I don't know what to do with. Might give those to somebody. Then I saw these things. These are, what are these? They're just general? Oh, what are they? There was a couple of books here. Manual of Bodily Health, +2. Tips on health and fitness. Once the book is read, magic disappears and phase becomes a normal book. So I'm going to give somebody a +2 Constitution permanent. And this one is a +2 Dexterity permanent. And I'm like, oh my god, who do I give those to? And the more I think about it, the more I think it's just gonna be me. I'm the main character, and I think I should have myself up as high as I can go. The other thing I found out, I had those pair of boots, and they wouldn't work on me. So I think I gave them to... No. Because she's got on these. Oh, I know. I put those boots on myself. I don't know if the game's going to be broken and allow me to get athletic skill as a bonus to damage on a successful charge. Mine's not that great, but it seemed like it was worthwhile. Anyway, we're going to get some more money here. So we're up to 263,000. I got this feeling that, oh, I was going to sell these to him too. Because I don't have anybody that's in Neon. But that way they're available if I need them. So I got like 268,000, but it sounds like, I mean, it was $500 to get, 500 gold to get rumors and stuff. So I have a feeling it's going to be very expensive in here. So I'm kind of selling off stuff as necessary. Alright, so we're going to go rest. I got everybody's spells. I did do some selective spell creation with Nino, like Phantasmal Web and Sirocco. I'm not sure if those are actually going to work because of the way selective the spells talk. So we'll see if they work. So we're going to go ahead and rest. I'm going to have Nino make us a scroll of haste. And then I was going to have Wojo. Where'd you go, Wojo? Wojo is going to do this. He can make a potion of heroism, and the Boss Pottage is a 20, and he's a 20, so we know Boss Pottage will go off. We won't get the +4 like we do for mulled wine, but I thought we'd have an extra scroll of haste and do this. And then I'm seriously thinking about taking Ember along on this little jaunt, just to see what she's like. Actually, I could probably have him, if we had him. No, have her do this. And then have, doesn't matter who, anybody can help him, right? He'd be a 22. Do we take a chance? Let's take a chance on the mulled wine. What's the mulled wine requires to use? Berries, that. Yeah, we got enough. Okay. 22 to a 23, so with her helping him, they will make the mulled wine. He'll get his potion of heroism. We'll have an extra scroll of haste. So we're going to rest. It's going to take us almost a full day, 23 hours, because we got people that are down and negative levels and things. We'll see if everybody's restored when we get done. Let's go ahead and rest there.
You feel sorry for the cultists. What about the demons? Do you pity them as much as their victims?
How can you not feel sorry for anyone? Is there anyone in this world who isn't suffering?
So we got all our stuff. So we'll be low on haste. I think I'm going to take Nino instead of, speaking of which, Nino, you're going to lose a couple magic items here. You're going to give up this, and this, and this, and this. You can keep the Magician's Ring. And she's going to take staff. Because that gives her, what is this? Gloves of Arcane. So the Gloves of Arcane. Okay, so the combat is bonus to use magic device skills. These two don't stack, which is fine. But this gives her an extra +2 DC against spells that she's throwing out there, which is kind of important. Also, she's kind of low on hit points, so I thought I would change her. Give her one of the +3 cloaks. She's got a +3 cloak. What does Celia got on? +2 on a killing blow. Oh, I was going to... Before I forget... Mr. Wolf... let me make him strong and dexterity. +4 to strength and dexterity. It's +4 to dexterity and constitution. Strength and dexterity. Who needs strength and dexterity? I have 2 on all 3. What's Darian got? Darian doesn't have anything. So putting on a constitution will give him some hit points. Oh, I could do that on Ember. What's Ember got on? She's got dexterity and constitution. So if we raise her... I thought I had one that was... That's strength and dexterity. Strength and dexterity. Alright, so we're going to give this to the dog. That'll help him a little bit. What's Nina got on? +4 dexterity. I gave her dexterity and constitution. What did she have on? Alright, I'm going to lower her hit points some. I'm going to give her strength and dexterity. Lowers her hit points down some to 179, but then I'm going to give the girl here the +4s. So she's a little better to hit with her ray attacks and has some more hit points because she's fragile. Okay. Alright, we're going to take her with us. Oh, she's got to get some other items here. She's supposed to get... She gets the pipe fox. And she gets... Where's the other one? Where's the little dragon thingy? She gets the little dragon thingy. And she gets this to summon things with. So that should help her abilities scores quite a bit. We have some meta magic rods here. 3rd level or lower. That's her, her arc. This is a reach. Increase it by a range of 1. Might be worthwhile to try and do. Right? But she's also got lots of wands that she can... Oh, fireball. And if we can't do it, we can always use a wand of Dimension Door. Disease. We do have a wand of haste if we run out of the scrolls. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a scroll on her of haste. Because she can read scrolls pretty well. Where's the hastes? Where'd they all go? Come on, she just wrote one. Where is it? There's one. Two. We've got 2 of them. We'll have her just take one. I'm not sure I'm going to need to use haste. Depends on the battles I get into. Just in case, she'll have one on her belt. This lets her maximize things. If I have to, I'll swap in a reach. Okay. So yeah, we've got an interesting party now. Alright, let's go run around in the city a little bit. 20 minutes here, so I should be able to at least get back to the city. Where am I? Go outside. I don't know, should I have to talk to people? Let's take some time and talk to people. We'll go in the city next time. I don't know if there's going to be any new conversations here. Anything to talk to Greyboar about? Oh, those are all the same things I had before. Wojo I just could sell things to. There's nothing new there. Okay. See if there's anything to talk to Ember about. Okay. I will learn the weight of my sword. I will have faith in the inheritor. I am the first into battle and the last to leave it. With her eyes half closed, Sela whispers the words of the oath of Iomedes paladins. Turning off, she opened her eyes and says, "How did we end up here? I never would have imagined I'd find myself in the abyss." How you holding up? I don't feel good in this place. The air stinks like something died, and I'm having trouble sleeping. I keep waking up at night. I think I hear someone being tortured nearby. Please, and her eyes echo toward me. So I wake up and listen, but there's nothing. Everything, praying every day that the souls of the Sunhammer abducted from the Crusaders weren't brought here. The abyss would kill them or infect them with madness even without the demon's help. Social evil and injustice before me, it's tearing me apart. So many innocents are held captive here, and torrents of ruining darkness flow from this wretched place to other planes. My mind is tested to the limit every day I spend in the abyss. Iomedes, help me hold on to it. We've overcome everything so far. We'll get through this as well. Thank you, Dren608. I have always had faith in us, and I will keep having faith, but sometimes a girl needs a few words of encouragement. Okay. So I guess there was a reason to talk to her. I better go talk to the two outside, too. People are having doubts. Anybody who's having doubts, I need to talk to. Oh, do I need to talk to Darian? Darian's up here. Forgot. Darian's up here, too. Somewhere. Where are you, Darian? Oh, that's Social? There's Darian. Staring this face, as though he's listening to something deep inside himself. Finally, he noticed you and looks crooked in his nurse. So many people have cursed me, and I've told me I'd end up in the abyss when I die. Rather deftly have subverted their expectations by getting here while I'm still alive. You don't like it here, do you? Can't you see that I'm afraid, more afraid than I've ever been in my entire life? And believe me, I'm no stranger to paralyzing fear. We are in the most atrocious and macabre place imaginable. Moreover, we're practically surrounded by demons, curse them all. Vile, rotten creatures who can experience something approaching joy only when torturing mortals. Can't even imagine how glad I am to find myself in their domain. Treat this as another adventure. My world, an adventure is getting totally smashed with a couple of apprentice mages who've just got the hang of basic teleportation spells and waking up several thousand miles away next to someone you've never clapped eyes on before. Someone who might turn out to be a Varisian saber swallower or a dragon in human form. But this... Well, fine. Find me at least one beautiful saber swallower around here, and I shall magnanimously agree to call it an adventure. Okay. Social, you got any problems? Social's drawing something. When he notices, he's ready to fold over the fable. No, cringing a little, Social shows you a few sheets of crossed out sketches, but you can still recognize the vistas of Alushinyrra in them. I tried, but I can't. Not here. May the goddess forgive me, but it's beyond my powers. Struggling for inspiration? by drawing. It's just not flowing the way it normally does. This place doesn't inspire creativity. I need to talk to you? I do? Now you know your brother used to be a Hell Knight. What do you think about that? I always despised these people, but when my brother left the path of service to the goddess, he made a place for himself among them. And he did a lot of good, it seems. I don't know what to think. Perhaps I shouldn't have put Trevor on a pedestal. Perhaps I shouldn't have treated those knights so poorly. You see, I was quite fervent in my beliefs as a boy, and I thought the teachings of the goddess had already revealed me all the truths I should know. Now I realize I didn't know a thing about the world around me or about myself. Perhaps this war will chew me up the same way it did Trevor, or perhaps his example will keep me from breaking. Okay, so that sounds like something I needed to have him. Okay. And now let's go outside and talk to the people outside, because looks like these conversations might be important to the story later on. And then next time we will go back into Alushinyrra. We'll take the naive elf girl this time and see if it makes any difference. Oh, there's Regil. Let's go talk to Regil. He's out here somewhere. Where the heck is he? He's over here. Alright, yes. Pesky little Hell Knight. Oh, he doesn't have anything new. Those are all the things I had before. Ninio's over here, staring out into Never Never Land. Hi, Ninio. What do you want to know about? It's time for the experiment. I hope these words inspire as much enthusiasm in you as they do in me. What is this experiment? You see, I have decided, though dared would be a better term, to address an issue which up to now I preferred to avoid due to my total ignorance in this sphere. Sore head and embarrassment. It's hard to believe that I, a person of, let's skip the false modesty, superior intellect, could not know something so simple, but it's never too late to fill in the gaps in one's knowledge, right? Okay. Talking about friendship. To be honest, at first I planned to assign the writing of this article for the encyclopedia to a co-author of some kind. But then I met you, my loyal follower, and suddenly I thought I could write it myself. So you've never had any friends? I see no sense in them. I don't need friends. I have no desire to spend my time on them when I could spend it on new experiments and discoveries. Explains this to you as though she's speaking to a 5-year-old. Just want to learn what it's like to have friends for encyclopedia, nothing more. Okay. Realize that you would like to consider me your friend, wouldn't you? You wouldn't? Who wouldn't? I'm a scientific luminary after all. So I apologize for disappointing you. Okay, so let's get on with the experiment. I'm glad you agreed. Many would have considered my request too personal and refused. It's good that you're above such squeamish sentiment. I made a list. I based it on my observations of individuals around me and my personal knowledge of the topic, which I have to admit is far from comprehensive. She hands you a crumpled how to be a friend a checklist. Friends smile at each other, gossip about their other friends, drink alcohol together, no longer required. Sometimes argue, sometimes copulate. Study it well. We'll start as soon as you're ready. Do we have to follow this? I made it for nothing. I've developed a perfect methodology that involves all the mechanisms of friendship between two individuals, but by all means, sure, let's just abandon the list. Point number 1. Friends smile at each other. You raise your eyes to Neo, who has already fixed a mellow grin on her face, the kind that would make you soil yourself if you saw it in the dark at night. Give her a skeptical look. Smile more. You must for science. Okay, smile was a re-smile. No, to go on her face. Nino hisses through her clenched teeth. You call that a smile? Come on, try it again. Give her a wide smile. She manages to sheesh with it. I've never imagined being a friend with such an exhausting business. So what's next on the list? Friends gossip about other friends. Oh, I've made some preparations for that. She produces several pieces of paper and sleep. Come on, let's get to it. Who are we going to gossip about? Greybor. What do you think of him? Oh, interesting. Yesterday I saw him answering the call of nature around the corner. You know who we were talking about? No, I can remember those I travel with. That's why I prepared these universally applicable pieces of gossip. Okay. Alright, thanks. We need to be sure stupidity, but how can we learn that stupidity is stupid without doing stupid things? We need to finish what we started. What's next on the list? Drink alcohol together. Alright, I should have crossed out this point. I wrote this and then I checked the encyclopedia and recalled that I've already conducted that experiment. When anything exploding, especially by an odd stain on the particular page, it would be unwise to say the least to try and repeat it. Friends sometimes argue. Now he's favors of it. You are uninterested and disinterested in this experiment. You can't even tell the difference between those two words. What? Such a freak that even Rovagog feels sorry for you, and you guys can read about Rovagog. Maintain skeptical silence. Your mouth stinks so terribly, your backside's envious. I'm gonna maintain my silence and see where she goes. It's only suitable for use as a receptacle for food. Hey, I'm running out of insults. Come on, join in the discussion. You're a fool. Continue to maintain skeptical side. I think I've picked enough for both of us. We could be considered friends now. On that note, I conclude the fourth part of the experiment. What's the last on the list? That. Take off your underwear. Not all friends have to do that. Is that true? Are you sure? Unexpected and interesting piece of information. I must confess, I wasn't so thrilled about this whole copulation idea from the start, so it's nice. It's so nice that science has not banned this sacrifice of me today. Lockwood experiment is finally concluded. I have learned that what it means to be a friend, and now I can write an article about it for the encyclopedia. I am happy that's over. I'm once again convinced that friendship is the most foolish of all occupations. We've concluded all the assigned actions typical for two friends. Of course, I could have compiled an extended list, which would have included joint food ingestion and senseless banter with the aim of showing each other in the last attractive light. But how would that change the situation? Do you know what I can write in the encyclopedia? Friendship is a set of primitive rituals intended to help individuals forget about their loneliness. Or I have no interest in that. I see my loneliness as a sign of my uniqueness. The one who leads the way is always alone. Now I have time to answer your questions. Come on, ask away. Oh, you can have her check out the mask. Writing on the inside. He sends the mask from your hands, examines it from her angle. It looks like an average mask, smells like mold, tastes like yuck, disgusting. Eye holes are, she puts the mask on and looks at you through it. Utterly unremarkable. Yet I sense some hidden magic in that. I'll bet my sweetie that this must be the answer to one of the riddles of those statues in nameless ruins. Writing on the inside looks very much like one of the answers. Sighs, she hands the mask past you. All we have to do now is find 4 such masks and bring them to the statues. Okay, you had to solve this. Better write it down somewhere. It's extremely interested in visiting nameless ruins after you find your 4 maps. Alright, we're done. Okay, we're gonna run up here and check on our 2 archers. Sorry this is running a little long. I'm over my 30-minute break here, but why am I moving so slow? I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not overweighted. Alright, let's see if Lan has anything to say. Okay, he doesn't have anything new. And Arushale probably has something to say. Something's wrong. I feel like I've lost something. Or not. It was Desna who lost me when we descended into the abyss. She had been my invisible protection through all these years, and now I no longer feel the divine helping hand on my shoulder. Gifts you mentioned. You saw it yourself many times. Whenever something threatened my life, the goddess sent her divine butterflies to carry me away. Powers no longer protect me now that I'm back in the abyss. Desna has abandoned you? No, I desperately hope that's not the case. The goddess still wishes me well, I'm sure. It's just that the abyss is so far from Elysium that she either can't see me or can't reach me here. She protected me while I was on Galarian, but now I can only rely on myself and you. Can you still enter your dream? Well, maybe, I think so. I was listening to something deep inside her and then smiled slightly. Yes, my dreams are still there. Nobody will take them away from me. Good for you. Okay. You have nothing to fear with me at your side. I know, thank you. Tell me about yourself. I like this. That's to break off on any romantic. And I don't want to let her go away, because I really like her. She's good at thieving and shooting. Alright, so we'll leave it here. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. You really like to see, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notify bell. Be notified to upload videos and our scheduled streams. And we will get on our way here. I've got... Not stacking bonuses? Oh, because I have a previous mulled wine still on because it took us a little bit less than an hour. Okay. So... Interesting. Alright. Yeah, like I said, hit the thumbs up button, people. Leave me messages. Did I read this before? This place has been sanctified. It can protect the area around it from the corruption of the abyss. Okay, so that wasn't there before. That's what he did when we went away. Okay. So, yeah. Until we meet again, stay safe and bye-bye.